Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk on Every TV with me, Tarife.
And Kathomi.
And we have our very special guest here who will introduce herself. And she's coming to talk to us about everything film, everything art. And you can see how beautiful she is, how calm, collected, and demure she is. So without further ado, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for having me again. It was such a pleasure last time.
Yeah.
It's such a pleasure again.
Thank you so much for coming. So please introduce yourself.
My name is Jackie Lebo, and I'm an artist, photographer, filmmaker. And we have a new event. So I'm now the festival director for Nomadic Arts Festival.
Okay.
Awesome.
Wait, Nomadic Arts Festival sounds like a really cool, chic, vibes type event. So what is that about? Is it strictly super filmy, African tales? What's the general vibe of?
So if you allow me to give you a bit of backstory.
Okay.
We went to Turkana to make a film. And
That was last year, yeah?
yeah,
I remember.
that was like a long time ago.
The one with Eddie Gray with instrumentals.
Exactly. So what happened was Eddie Gray was supposed to just come and make the music for the film. And then he said, because I've never been to this area, Northern Kenya is not accessible to most people. He was like, I need to come there to feel the vibe so I can make the film. And then every time we're trying to work, the driver would sing, the translator would sing, everyone would sing. So we're like, why don't we make a project for the singers?
Yeah.
And then it was more interactive instead of us guys just going to make a film. So that's what happened. And then that kind of took over. The film is not even finished yet. And then the music project, we're like, okay, other artists started approaching us. So we're like, why don't we make a festival of the music of Northern Kenya? And then we collaborate with artists from here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, sometimes you are so in your Nairobian vibes. Yeah, all you know is just Nairobi. Unajua tu wale wa Nairobi. So unajua tu hata tusiwataje. But realizing that there's so much art and beauty in how people do their music, the instruments that they use, the tonal variations, all of these things, the dialect itself, and the beauty of creating something that sounds very, I don't even know what the word is. It's just beautiful. There's no other word for it. What is the experience between? I'm sure you've dealt with other artists in different regions. What is it? So, what is that special thing about artists in that particular side of Kenya that just feels like, this is very avant-garde. I love it.
Exactly. And it's because it's like the heritage is unbroken. Yeah. And for me, that's so fascinating because, we were interrupted by colonialism and the church. And I feel like now there's a hunger for going back and finding out what is that. But at the same time, not leaving, the uns and the dancing we're doing now. We're still of now, but, we reconnect with the past.
Yeah.
And the best thing for me is merging the two. Yeah. Yeah, if that makes sense. And for me, everywhere I go, the coast, Nyanza, that music, it's just like, ooh, there's a guy called Hugh Tracy. He has a playlist on, he's an old, he was collecting music from all of Eastern and Southern Africa in the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Wow.
And you listen to his albums, and it's amazing. And then a lot of DJs' house have gone back and started to, get the music from Zambia, Zimbabwe. You even saw Chromatopia, how he sampled from Zambia. I can't even explain to you how much I love that because it's like you're going forward from a place of your own culture. Yeah.
We had the opportunity to attend the Nairobi Film Festival the other
Yes.
day. And while we enjoyed the films, there was a theme that was going on that was very heartbreaking. And I know for filmmakers, you want to really portray the story and in all its rawness, and I understand that. But do you have that conflict of, am I portraying somebody negatively or am I portraying them negatively? And even remember Larry Madowo had that problem when he would report the news and guys were like, why are you talking badly about us? And he was like, I am here to report
What is
actually happening. So as a filmmaker, do you ever have that conflict of, well, that was not them in their best life. Do I still push ahead with this project?
In film, you just have to, otherwise it's not authentic. The thing I like about music, it's like your best self is forward. And it's like the way it presents itself, the way it packages itself. So for me, I find that balance. So that's why when we do the film, it's very it can be very raw. And even the person singing himself can say, "Ay, is that
No,
me?"
I don't want that.
But in music, it's very joyful. The
Yeah.
presentation, it's still very authentic, but the presentation can be more joyful and more like your best self.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've had some huge projects that have been nominated for huge awards. For example, Gun to Tape, which is an insanely amazing movie. So, how does that feel to get that recognition? Like you've done your, sometimes when you're in the corner of your room and you're doing all the work and you're doing all the scripting and all of that, it feels like, oh my God, is this going to be received well? And then suddenly now it's been received so well, and people are even telling you, wow, congratulations, come, let's showcase this, our specimen, giving us amazing work. How does it feel to get that recognition of this amazing, amazing projects that you've worked on?
It's at first it was really, we're always grateful. At first it was really good because it kind of gave you the fire to start the next round. Right now it's like, it's almost like, like I fear that.
Is it the attention or is it the pressure?
Just the I feel like I might rest on my laurels. So I fear it now. And like I'm very grateful, but I'm just always like, okay, 2 days of joy and then we
go back to working.
Yeah, we go back to working. Maybe it's not a good approach, but anyway.
No, I completely understand it because honestly, once you work hard to get that record, like guys, look at this, I've done this, is amazing. And then when you finally get it, you're like, all right, cool, I got it. So now I can just chill. So that falling back of like, yeah, I've done it. People have seen I'm good, so it's fine. I'll just chill. So it's very normal, I guess.
Yeah, the thing it's useful for is now when you put your name out there, it's like the track record, which enables you to do more work. Yeah, and I really like it because, like, for example, the people around me, the people I work with, they have the joy because it's their first time or just their second time or something like that. And that gives me joy, Yeah, so secretly sometimes I do sit down and say, it's good. But I try not to spend too much time in that
Thinking
zone.
about it.
Okay. And filmmaking in Kenya has come a long way.
has.
You really can't compare the reception people are getting right now versus like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So for you personally, I know last year you guys had a great reception. So what are you looking forward in this year's Nomadic Festival?
So we really want guys to come and have fun and really enjoy, because what we've done is curated some artists from here that are people's, trending or favorite artists, the ones that are accessible, and then the artists from there. And some of them are collaborating. Like, for example, you met Akori the last time, you guys had a very cool dance. So that whole group will be collaborating with Sanaipe Italy.
Wow.
Like on the stage together, not like her
Wow.
performing separately and them performing separately. So they'll perform maybe one of her songs and then some of our songs and really mix it up. And then, for example, Dylan S, who's a DJ, behind UG and Koda. I mean, behind, what do they call it? Ewaso Records. Will perform with Akida, who's a very well-known artist in northern Kenya and the Atake region. Yeah. So for me, that just people coming to experience that, and then we'll have a full orchestra from Nairobi Orchestra, from Ghetto Classics, from the Hive Mandans. Just that thing you've never seen before. Like, even if people come there and say, okay, that was weird.
And where is this location we're coming to? Are there
For the
tickets
event,
that people
yeah.
need to get before they get there?
Yes, so tickets are on MOOC and Kenya Buzz. Just go in there, search Nomadic Arts Festival. And then, so on December 6th, Friday, you'll come to 5 p.m. You come to the Oshwal, which is the Oshwal, which is on next to Sarit. Yeah, that one, not the one. There's been one in Jane Bavan where guys have been doing a lot of shows, so not that one,
Yeah.
the one near Sarit. And then you'll come, you'll experience all these artists, and it's like a more sit down. And then at 10 we'll break, or 10 or 11 p.m. we'll break. We'll go to Sarakasi Dome, Gecko Central,
Yeah.
and then we'll uns with traditional music the rest of the night.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Shifted
cannot wait.
location.
I can't wait.
That's intense. I love it.
We
I
have
love
like
it.
little buses to take you from one to
Oh, okay.
Because that's where you lose
Yeah,
me.
that's
Yeah, that's
how
what
you
you
lose
lose. But you're like, okay, so we're moving now. All right.
I wanna go home.
I'm
Yeah.
right behind you.
Exactly. So we have buses to move people, and it will be really fun. Gecko, does great food, great drinks, and then the Sarakasi Dome is so amazing. Yeah. So yeah.
Wow, okay, honestly, I am already excited about this event. And it's like, what, a few days away? How many
Yes.
days do
6th
we
of
have?
December.
6th of December is in like
a
2
week
weeks
or two.
exactly.
days.
2 weeks
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah.
that's really, really exciting. So just in case you haven't heard, you can get your tickets from mook.com or Kenya Buzz. And do you have a link on your profile as well?
Yes, please go to Content House Kenya on Instagram,
Yeah.
and then the tickets are on the what do you call it, in the bio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or on Jackie Lebo on Instagram. The tickets are there. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jackie,
Thank
for
you
coming
so
to our show
much.
once again. This has become an annual thing
It
now.
I
is
love
now.
it.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I think,
Okay.
yeah, I love it. I'll even cover the podcast though. I might not.
Yes, you are invited.
Welcome.
Please.
Uh-huh.
So we are going to take a quick commercial break while you get your tickets. And when we come back, we'll serve you the tea.